Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fandom Fights. We're here for the Summer Series Tournament. This is match number 1 in the Triple Threat Summer Tournament, aka Nick's brainchild, aka bane of my existence, aka Bucky's favorite thing to ever happen on the face of the planet. We have 3 exciting players to kick this one off. We got Cameron Holzmann, Jacoby Bancroft, and Jeremy Potters. Nick is here as always. Nick, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Tim. Excited to be here. Excited for this tournament. We definitely haven't shot all the rest of the matches already, so we may seem like we know what we're doing a lot less as matches come out.
That's accurate. Maybe even like the last one specifically. Very exciting. Like I said, we got Cameron, Jacoby, Jeremy, all having good seasons. Cameron having a bit of a comeback season. Jeremy playing well in both teams and singles. And Jacoby has made his return. He did lose in his last match, but played very, very well against Mark Menchaca. So I'm looking forward to this one. Nick, do you have any thoughts?
You buried the lead, Tim. Yes, Jacoby's back. Yes, he had a great match against Mark. Yes, we're excited to add him into this mix, which is a rematch, Tim, because Holzmann and Jeremy have actually already played this year alone. Holzmann won, but that was a very good match as well. That's why we haven't seen Jeremy as much as we've seen Holzmann. But Holzmann also coming, all 3 of these players coming in off a loss. Holzmann lost to Kastner. I think all 3 of them looking to avenge it. And it's anyone's game, Tim. And that's the only time I'm going to say that this whole tournament.
I don't believe you. Let's get into it, starting with the promos.
Here we are, the Fandom Singles Tournament, Triple Threat. I didn't get to play in last year's tournament because of some poor accounting. And this year, I feel like I've got something to prove. So, like a little revenge on Holtzmann for earlier this year, but we'll see how it goes. Good luck to them. Better luck to me.
This is supposed to be quick and supposed to be easy. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to be, on a call with Jeremy because, he's in my faction and this is going to be a good time. Holtzmann beat me in Melee a long time ago and that was, humiliating for me. So I have to avenge that. But, really at the end of it, I just hope Jeremy beats Holtzmann. Let's do this.
I'm wearing my Holes t-shirt today because I'm still not over the fact that Disney live action is out of fandom. I'm going to try to win. I've beaten Jeremy before very recently. As Jacoby pointed out, I beat him in Melee, and that was with Rocky, another category not in fandom. So let's just keep taking the things that I'm good at out of fandom, and I will continue to play despite not being very good at it.
I don't remember Holtzmann and Jacoby playing in Melee. They played in Warzone, but I don't remember Melee.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Let's get into it with round number 1. How's it going to work, Nick?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. You know what's weird? I always look over here. The instructions for round 1 aren't over here. It's the round 1 is over here. But round number 1 is going to work like this. You're going to get 10 questions around the Fandom Fights. You're going to have 15 seconds to write down your answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get in round number 1?
No.
Great.
You sure we can't bring back DLA?
Half of them were remakes of animated movies that are still in fandom, so just use that. Your first question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Which Disney animated film features the songs Oodalali and Whistle Stop? What the?
Starting this tournament off with a bang. I had Taco Bell for dinner. What did you have?
Didn't have dinner, Tim. Had a big lunch.
4. Nice. 3.
Big sandwich. Chicken.
1. Hands down. I did have a big breakfast. Cameron.
Robin Hood.
Jacoby.
Lady and the Tramp.
And Jeremy.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood is correct. As we move into your next question, it's going to come in the category of DreamWorks animation. At the beginning of B Movie, what is the first Lifetime event that Barry and Adam go to? So me and Boatman have this thing where every time the nacho fries come back to Taco Bell, we message each other about whoever finds out first. I felt inclined to tell him, so I messaged him and I said, nacho fries are back. I got the heart emoji. And then he said angels wept. And I tend to agree. Your thoughts on the nacho fries? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
Pens down. Nothing. Got it. Jacoby.
College graduation.
Let's go to Jeremy.
I don't think I understood the question. I said coronation.
And Cameron.
He had a perfect report card of all B's. Graduation.
Is it a college graduation, Nick?
I think so.
Okay.
If it's not, and anyone wants to challenge, they can, but I think it is. So.
Okay. So,
I think it's decidedly unclear.
all right. So Cameron's up 2 points with 2 points. Jacoby and Jeremy tied at 1. What's next?
Next question comes in the category of the MCU. Who plays M'Baku in the Black Panther franchise? This is a franchise now.
Yeah. Baku. It sounds like somebody sneezed after enjoying a good meal. Like, Baku.
Leave that one untouched.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Winston Duke.
Cameron.
Winston Duke.
And Jacoby.
Winston Duke.
All are correct. Your next question is going to come in the category of horror icons. What is the first name of one person killed by Pamela Voorhees in the original Friday the 13th?
I'm very excited for this question.
Yeah, there are many options. Name one. Great. This is a great question.
Thank you. I mean, the odds are ever in your favor.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Cameron.
I think Kevin Bacon is named Jack.
Let's go to Jacoby.
Is the raincoat guy David?
Let's go to. I have to read all the answers. Let's go to Jeremy.
I said Jack too, yeah.
Jack is correct. The other options were Barry, Claudette, Annie, Ned, Marcy, Brenda, Steve, and Bill.
I have a list of how everyone in that movie dies, and I believe next to Brenda is just the words "no clue, no idea."
All right, Nick, what's
That's
next?
funny.
Your next question comes in the category of Star Wars. In The Force Awakens, what is Snoke's specific title? A lot of words there that ended with S, and then the next word began with S. Is Snoke's specific?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacoby.
I don't know why I'm just blanking on this, but Emperor, but I don't think that's right.
Jeremy
Supreme Leader.
Yeah.
and Cameron.
Supreme Leader.
Supreme Leader is correct. Cameron remains perfect through 5 as we get into your next question in the category of fandom quotes. Which DC film features the quote, "Okay, you stay with us, but if anything smells like a trap, I get to put a bullet in your skull." Does that sound fair?
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
Sorry,
Where's the money?
on your shirt. Oh, nice. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that's going to be Jacoby's first repeat. Which DC film features the quote, "Okay, you stay with us, but if anything smells like a trap, I get to put a bullet in your skull"? Does that sound fair? Bucky incoming. Little upset.
What's
Oh,
the
no.
matter?
Oh, no, he was just playing fetch. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I think I know who says it, but
1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Said red.
Let's go to Cameron.
I think it's Malkovich in one of them. Red.
Jacoby.
Jonah Hex.
All are incorrect. We were looking for the losers.
Changed it.
All right, Nick, what's next?
Your next question comes in the category of Marvel. Jean speaks through which mutant aboard the ship while she stays outside rescuing it in X2, X-Men United?
Thinking outside the box on this one, Nick. I like it.
Not really.
Oh, that's a good one.
You say not really.
Is it? I like that better.
Good question. I like it.
It pales in comparison to the Friday the 13th.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
Guess a name, probably.
4.
Odds
3.
are pretty high.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Storm is a mutant.
That's true. Jacoby.
I said Professor X.
And Jeremy.
I said Professor X.
Professor X is correct. So,
I remember it was a really weird scene because he's like being like, "Why Storm?" and he's talking to an old man.
Jacoby cuts into the lead a bit. Cam and Jeremy are tied. Your next question is going to come in the category of Worlds of DC. Who plays squad member Weasel in The Suicide Squad? Hey, you want to take it easy over there?
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
Oh, his ball ran into my guitar, and that's upsetting.
You give me the money, I ain't playing.
What? 5,
Breaking Josh.
4, 3,
No.
2,
Okay.
1. Pens down. Jacoby.
Said Sean Gunn.
Jeremy.
Sean Gunn.
And Cameron.
Sean Gunn.
That is correct. Clean sweep. What's next?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. Who speaks to Taylor immediately after his hearing decision in 1968's Planet of the Apes?
You know anyone named Taylor?
I do. They were killed by Pamela Voorhees. Probably. Along with Drake and Josh.
Rough. 5, 4.
Did Bucky just look at you and go, "You talking to me?"
1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
I said Cornelius.
Let's go to Cameron. Possibly. Hopefully. Cameron. Mr. Holzmann. Speak. What's your answer?
And reveal.
Am I here? Is it me?
You should
Yes.
share it.
Show your answer.
Zira? Is it Zira?
No. Jacoby.
Said Zaius. Is Zaius a character?
Zaius is correct. All right. Now, Cameron, leave and come back.
Was I right?
No.
Well, shit.
Oh, well, now you're okay. So now you're good. Should you still?
Let's just keep me and see how it goes.
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. Well, fuck it. Let's just keep going. Your next question is in the category of Pixar. Your final question. Duke Kaboom is a toy of a stunt driver from what country in Toy Story 4? Love this movie.
I don't.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
It's just like, you know when you have like a perfect ending and then you're like, let's do another one.
I like this ending more than the other one.
This is the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull of the Toy Story franchise.
1 hands down. That is an over-exaggeration. Cameron.
Can we get more questions about this country, please? Canada.
Jacoby.
Super unfair you asked Holtzman that question. Canada.
You can talk to Nick about that. Jeremy.
Yeah, Canada.
Canada is correct. So
The moment a U.S. state question comes up in this match,
That's true. That's true.
Nick, we end round number 1. Very close game. Cameron and Jeremy tied at 7. Jacoby at 6.
That's what I had, Tim.
How's round number 2 going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 10 fandom categories on it. No spinners or opponent's choice, as it is a multi-person match. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you check down a multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1. And be on the lookout, as stealing via whiteboards is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today is Sci-Fi Icons, Planet of the Apes, Worlds of DC, American Spies, DreamWorks Animation, Law and Order, Horror Icons, Wizarding World, Disney Animation, and Scores and Soundtracks. So, Cameron, you are tied for the lead and the higher-ranked player. Would you like to spin first or defer to Jeremy?
I'll defer.
Okay, Jeremy, would you like to spin or defer to Jacoby?
I'll defer to you.
All right, Jacoby, you're up first. This is your spin. Oh, it lands on your favorite horror icon.
God damn it. Can I see the categories one more time, please?
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Absolutely.
There's just so many horror icon movies. And the minute you ask name a character, it all just God.
But what if the character's name is Freddy?
That's true. I would know that one. Or Jason or Michael. I don't want scores and soundtracks or like half the other ones. So I guess let's take this one.
Okay. Nick, will you please read Jacoby his questions in horror icons?
I will, as I pick myself. Jacoby, are you prepared for your questions in the category of horror icons?
Yes.
Your first question. Which Halloween film features a babysitter accidentally killing the child they are babysitting?
Halloween Ends.
That is correct for 2 points.
Get your shit together, lady.
Corey for the win. All right. Jacoby, your second question. How many people have played adult Freddy Krueger in a horror icons film?
Five, 4,
3.
That is incorrect. Holtzmann, Jeremy, chance for the 2-point steal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Cameron.
I think it's just 2.
And Jeremy.
2.
2 is the correct answer.
Because when he becomes Super Freddy in 6 and he fights him, it's somebody else playing Freddy.
Would you like to
So that's-
challenge?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back from the challenge. Jacoby's correct. In A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, there is another actor who plays Super Freddy, a adult version of Freddy that is super, I guess. Fucking kill me. That's one of the ones I don't love. Okay, so Jacoby gets the 2 points. He gets his total up to 10. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Jeremy and Cam stay at 7 because they do not get a steal.
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Jacoby, your third question. In the original Friday the 13th, why does Ned, the second counselor to die in the present day, go into the cabin where he is ultimately killed?
He sees someone else go inside of it.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. Why was employee Buddy Kupfer and his family supposedly invited to tour the Silver Shamrock factory where they are all killed in a demonstration in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch?
Because he was a top salesman.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. What is the profession of Nancy's father, Donald, in the original A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Original. Oh, wait, Nancy. So John Sack. So he's a cop.
That is correct for 2 points and the clean sweep of horror icons.
Yeah, so Jacoby gets his total up to 16. Is that what you have?
That's what I have.
All right. So we're going to bring back the wheel. Cameron, would you like to spin or defer to Jeremy?
I'll defer again.
Okay, Jeremy, this is going to be your spin.
Let's go, Jeremy.
It lands on Law and Order.
Yeah, I mean, I dig it, but one of the ones I didn't want at all is Off the Wheel. So I think I'll take a chance and spin it again.
Okay, this is what you're going to be stuck with. It's Worlds of DC. All right, Jeremy, I will be giving you your questions in Worlds of DC. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, your first question. Which Worlds of DC film features a person being attacked by a robot after taking a picture of it? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Black Adam.
That is incorrect. Cameron and Jacoby chance for a 2-point steal.
I've got. Yeah, I don't suppose you repeat the question, do you? Unless I
If you
ask.
would like me to.
No, I guess not. I guess I should need to answer quickly. God.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Jacoby. Let's go to Jacoby.
Wonder Woman.
And Cameron.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is correct. All right, Jeremy, your next question. Margot Robbie appears in how many Worlds of DC films?
Three.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. What type of transportation do Max and Barbara leave on after the fight at the White House in Wonder Woman 1984?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, airplane, B, helicopter, C, limo, or D, boat.
Helicopter.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question, your penultimate question. What instrument does Charlie play in Wonder Woman?
Piano.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of Worlds of DC. In Black Adam, which character has taken on the heroic moniker that was once held by their uncle?
I wish it was his uncle, Atom Smasher.
I mean, that's fair. Atom Smasher is correct. So Jeremy gets is now in second place, gets his total up to 14. Jacoby's 16 to Cam's 9. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, so we're going to bring back the wheel for Cameron Spin.
Adam Smasher, star of Netflix's To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Maggie is calling you out, Cameron. She likes them. Free spin. Cameron.
I watched it last week, and it was not my choice.
I wonder what you'll do. DreamWorks Animation.
Jacoby was the one who put it on the wheel, but only because he picked strengths before I could. So, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Nick, would you please read Cameron his questions in DreamWorks?
Gladly. Cameron, are you prepared for your questions in the category of DreamWorks Animation?
You'd think I would be.
Let's find out. Your first question. The main character is hit by a meteor at the beginning of which DreamWorks film?
Monsters vs. Aliens.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices Moses' biological brother Aaron in The Prince of Egypt?
His biological brother. Jeff Goldblum.
That is correct for 2 points.
Masterpiece.
Your third question. What is the name of Grug and Ugga's oldest daughter in The Croods?
Eep.
Eep is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. Goldilocks is hunting for the falling star to make what wish in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
She wants a family that is not the Three Bears.
I think we can accept that for 2 points. That is correct.
The real family was the Three Bears.
Real. And your final question. In Shrek 2, what type of weapon comes with Prince Charming's medieval meal from Friar's Fat Boy?
An axe.
A great question.
That is correct for 2 points and a clean sweep of DreamWorks Animation.
That's such a good question.
I love that scene so much. This comes with the medieval meal.
My diet is ruined.
All right, so Cameron is in the lead. He gets his total up to 19. Jacoby's in second with 16. Jeremy with 14. Very close. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, how's round number 3 going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until everyone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3? Take it away.
First category you can bet points on is the MCU. Let's get bets starting with Cameron.
I bet 1.
Okay, Jacoby
2.
and Jeremy.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of the MCU is as follows. What is the name of the realm where Thor, Valkyrie, and Jane first travel to confront Gore, where Valkyrie is stabbed in Thor: Love and Thunder? When I saw this in the theater opening night, this guy sitting next to me got really drunk and fell asleep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hate
5.
this movie.
4. It was Maggie. 3. 2. All right, that's going to be Jeremy's first repeat. What is the name of the realm where Thor, Valkyrie, and Jane first travel to confront Gore, where Valkyrie is stabbed in Thor: Love and Thunder? I want to say travel to. That's what I want.
First travel.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
To do this thing.
I understand. This is just telling you what my brain was upset about.
That's fair. I get it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
I said the Shadow Realm from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let's go to Jacoby.
I also said the Shadow Realm.
Let's go to Jeremy.
I said Svartalfheim. I don't know if I'm spelling it right or saying it right.
The Shadow Realm is the correct answer. So Jeremy will lose 2 points and go down to 12. Jacoby will gain 2 and go up to 18. Cameron gains 1 point and goes up to 20. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. What's the next category?
Next category you can bet points on is Star Trek.
Let's get bets starting with Jacoby.
I went 2 points because let's do it.
All right, Jeremy.
Yeah, 2, obviously.
And Cameron.
0.
One could say fortune favors the bold. Am I right, Nick?
But it's a really bad.
This is a question from 09, which I watched last week.
What's the question, Nick?
Your question in Star Trek. Who are the last 2 people to escape the Genesis planet in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock?
Your take on this one.
I don't really like them because nachos are better in chip form, which is why I'm not a big fan of the fries.
That's fair. I understand.
It's just lesser.
No, I mean, I get it. I understand. 5, 4.
The USS nacho fries.
Repeat.
That's going to be Jacoby's second repeat.
Question again. Who are the last 2 people to escape the Genesis planet in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock?
This is my favorite Star Trek movie because we watched it together.
Yeah. Did I fall asleep during this one? Or was that?
Incredible Hulk.
Right? I think that was Halloween 6, The Curse of Life.
Oh, that was Halloween 6. Yeah, you passed out there. That was right. We didn't watch that together, though. I was in a job interview. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Cam because he bet 0.
Kirk and Spock are 2 of the characters.
That's true. Jacoby.
I said Kirk and Bones.
Let's go to Jeremy.
I also said Kirk and Bones.
One of you is correct, and clearly that's Cameron because only one had a different answer. Kirk and Spock is correct. So Cameron stays at 20. Jacoby goes back down to 16. Jeremy's at 10. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, we still have a game. Your next category is Disney animation. Let's get bets starting with Jeremy.
Yeah, all or nothing now, right? 2.
Sure. Cameron.
2.
And Jacoby.
Yeah, 2.
All right, your question. Jacob Alexander, Kevin Kline, and Tony Jay provide voices to which 90s Disney animated film? Also, Nick,
what?
I feel like I should say that should say Jason Alexander, not Jacob Alexander.
Oh, really?
So I feel like I should give a free repeat, right?
I guess so.
Okay, sorry. Jason, I just realized that, so I'm going to give a free repeat. Jason Alexander, Kevin Kline, and Tony J provide voices to which 90s Disney animated film?
I'll be honest, I didn't even notice. I heard the name Alexander and started writing.
Well, I'm damned.
Yeah, same until I thought about it for a second more, and then I'm like, I googled it.
I need a man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Tarzan.
Let's go to Cameron.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And Jacoby.
So happy you caught yourself. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame is the correct answer. So it is 22 to 18 to 8. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, what's the next category?
The penultimate category you can bet points on is horror icons.
Let's get bets starting with Cam.
0.
Jacoby.
2.
And Jeremy.
No.
Okay. What's the question?
Jeremy, you have nothing to lose.
Good question, horror icons. What possession of Nancy Thompson's does Jesse find in his room in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge?
Damn.
Why do I keep leaving words out of sense?
You like to see if you and I can stay on our toes.
No, I hate it, actually. I'd much rather things be incredibly straightforward.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jeremy.
I said diary.
Let's go to Cameron.
Her diary.
And Jacoby.
Her diary.
Of course.
We are moving on to the next question. Diary is correct. So it is 22 to 20 to 8. The final category, the final category you can bet points on is American Spies. Let's get that starting with Jacoby.
2 points.
Jeremy.
I've had a great time.
And Cameron.
If I had trusted myself earlier, I wouldn't need to do this, but 1.
All right, so here's the situation. If Cameron and Jacoby hit, Cameron will win. If Cameron and Jacoby miss, Cameron will win. But if Jacoby hits and Cameron misses, Jacoby will be the winner. Your question in the category of American Spies. Lucky, please. The question is, why did Bourne decide not to assassinate Wombosi before he loses his memory in the Bourne Identity?
Damn. Someone is a thirsty boy.
He is a thirsty boy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. We're going to start with Jacoby.
He sees his child.
Let's go to Jeremy.
I don't know.
And Cam.
His child was present.
And your winner, Cameron Holzmann. His child, his family was present. We would accept both those. So, final score of 23 to 22 to 8. Nick, thoughts on the match?
Great match, Tim. Good stuff. Great match to kick off the tournament. Holzmann and Jacoby making it really, really close. And Jeremy was tied out of round 1. I think it's that one steal in round 2 that just threw him a little bit off. And then he had to swing on some questions he maybe didn't want to in round 3, and that just put him a little bit further behind. So I don't think he played any worse than the other 2. I think he just didn't really have an option to strategize in round 3 because of just one little misstep in round 2. But outside of that, Cameron and Jacoby driving people who are far ahead of him in round 3 all the way to the final question in round 3. And either winning or losing it seems to be what this man is all about. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into post-match interviews. We'll start with talking to Jeremy.
Jeremy, as I said, like you were in it. You were beating Jacoby out of round 1. You got a category that you went 4 for 5 on in round 2. It was just that one little misstep that gave Cam the edge to where you thought, I assume you thought you had to swing at a couple things in round 3. That put you a little bit behind. Is that what happened? Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I heard the question in round 2, the only thing I could think of was the RoboCop remake. It's the only thing I could think of where robots had guns. That's what I thought, So I couldn't pull the movie. But yeah, round 3, the categories were fine. Like I probably would have went to if I'd been a little bit better off. I just didn't get the questions that I could pull. So, and then I go 0 on horror icons and it's just that round 3 is a bitch sometimes, and that's how it is.
Indeed, I agree. Jeremy, you now lost to Holtzmann twice. Just stating a fact. Do you now have to beat him twice to get your revenge?
Man, I'll take 1.
Oh, that's fair. I can't say it'll happen this year.
Sure.
But who knows? Given that it's happened twice already. Jeremy, I think you did really great. And I can't wait to see you back post-tournament. We look forward to it. As we bring in our second place finisher today, Jacoby makes his enemies nervous. Jacoby, I would say today the unbold were favored by fortune. And I will tell the same thing to Cameron, who waited a long, long time to bet on things. And I thought he was going to bet 0 again on the last question, and we were going to sudden death. That's what I thought was going to happen. But at the end of the day, you have a knack of being down in round 1 to 2 people to pushing people all the way to the end. No matter what happens, no matter what the score is, coming out of round 2, you push people to the end. And we found out that you like the spooky ones.
Yeah.
True?
I don't like a lot of them are garbage, but it's just I watched them all because I wanted to watch them all, so I was just like, let's do that. And then I guess that's a strength because that's one of the only categories where I've literally seen every movie, so I'm just like, I gotta go with that. But it's a lot of fun. It's nice to have that, and it feels nice. I know I didn't win, but as you guys know about me, it's like I'm always super afraid to take my strengths because I'm afraid I'm going to flounder in them. And that relates back to my match with Cameron all those years ago where I floundered in my own strength of Rocky. And I think that has defined and been a fear of mine ever since. So now the fact that I was able to get a strength and go 10 for 10 and in a match with Holzmann makes me very happy. So I'm bummed that neither Jeremy or I could cinch the victory, but it was a very personal victory for me. And I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And if you guys combine your scores, then that was
Yeah, pretty good.
But with that being said, Jacoby, good news, best news I could give you today is that while you didn't defeat Cameron, you defeated Jeremy, which means they cancel out. No loss for you. It'll be like this never happened, other than I think you'll get your accuracy up a little bit because you did very well. So congratulations on that. Take that as a win, and we'll see you post-tournament for sure, and we look forward to it. As we bring in our winner today, Cameron Holzmann, number 9 seed, moving on. Holzmann, you got your strength in round 2. You were leading in round 1 along with Jeremy. And then, like I told to Jacoby, you were very unbold. And it worked for you today because you just waited for the proper striking moment. And it turned out that any moment would have been the proper striking moment. You waited till the end. How are you feeling about the match today? And were you as nervous as we were?
While this is going on, also we're in the middle of the Melee tournament. And I've been watching movies for that. And I did not watch a single movie to get ready for this match, if I'm being completely honest. And then, like round 1, being able to have that lead was nice. Getting DreamWorks, it was a lot of the movies in there that I enjoy or that I at least know. Rewatched Shrek 2 on New Year's Eve because that was what we decided to do instead of going out and spending time with other people. And then round 3, like I'm very proud of my accuracy. Now I need to work on my confidence within that because I was like, I would have hit the questions Jacoby got in round 2 in horror icons, but round 3 sometimes it's a little harder than that. So I don't want to be like overconfident. Do I bet 1? Do I bet 0? I got the lead. Let's just hold off. I had not a clue that the Shadow Realm was the right answer. It was the only words popping into my brain. That was why I made my Yu-Gi-Oh joke, not because I thought I was being smart. And then, Trek, I haven't watched those in a little bit. And so, again, I was like, especially with those older ones like The Search for Spock, don't feel too confident. So I decided to hold off. And then, luckily, American Spies, with the new categories, I watched them all end of last year, beginning of this year. I watched all 5 Bourne movies while making like 200 labels and putting them on different things. And it's really easy to pay attention when you're doing such a menial task. But I feel good. Great match from both of them. Definitely kept me on my toes.
Great. Well, Holzmann, you will be moving on to round 2, which incidentally is the semifinals of this tournament because there's only 3 rounds.
I was about to say, wow, I've never made the semifinals before, but that's not true. I just went out in round 1 last year.
You will be playing a plethora of possible people, so I'm not going to ask for your opinion. I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen. One spot will be filled by either Payson, Antonio, or Javi, and the other spot will be filled by either Anthony, Bill, or the number 1 seed Abel. That will be your next triple threat, the next gauntlet you face down. One person from those 2 people from those 6 will be your next 2 opponents. So congratulations on the win today. We look forward to seeing it. And I'm going to throw it back to Tim to put a big old bow on it.
Great match to kick off the tournament. I had a lot of fun. Cameron playing great. Jacoby playing great. And Jeremy honestly playing really great as well. I think just having some bad luck with the questions. But honestly, really, really great match. Happy to be a part of it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the players. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I've been Tim. We'll see you next time with more Fandom Fight Summer Series Tournament. Bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.